Welcome, everybody. What a beautiful day it is. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the Bachelor of Science degree recipients of the Pratt School of Engineering. First, I'd like to congratulate and recognize our graduates, the class of 2018. So, please stand. Please stand. So your family, please stand. So, can they get some applause, please? Next, would all the parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents, spouses, family, and friends of the graduate stand and be recognized for the roles you've played in helping our graduates reach this significant milestone? Finally and importantly, it's Mother's Day. I wouldn't be here but for my mother helping me out. I like to play sports all the time, and she helped me study a little bit and keep me focused. And also my wife, I'd like to mention her because but for her, I couldn't do the things I could do, and our kids wouldn't be who they are. I'm a proud parent of a Duke student who's a freshman in Trinity, unfortunately. But so, would all the mothers in the audience please stand up to be recognized for the amazing work you're doing? It's really a pleasure to be here in Cameron Stadium. As you know, this is it's a hallowed place in the world of college basketball, where excellence is often at display, and we have a great class coming in next year too, as you know. There are a few things that's actually wonderful about having this, not beyond it representing excellence. One, it has air conditioning, which is very good. These robes were not designed for North Carolina in May, I don't think. And second, we didn't have to tent for 3 months to get in, so that's also a good thing. Let me begin also by addressing our graduates here. We're very, very proud of you. On behalf of our faculty, our staff, all your advisors, I could not tell you how much we're proud of you and of the work you've achieved so far. You've completed a most rigorous study at a leading engineering school at one of the top universities in the world. The ceremony that we're just about to embark on recognizes that achievement and marks your admittance to one of humanity's most important professions, engineering. At no other time in our history, I believe that technology, leadership in technology that plays a more important role in addressing the key challenges of our time, whether it's energy and environment or health, and computing. So it is a very special time to be an engineer, and I could not think of a better time for an engineer to join this world. So let me congratulate you on that as well. So. It was an amazing year, thanks to you contributing also in Pratt School of Engineering. One, I'd like to recognize some very inspired and creative entrepreneurship of our students. We had a student company, many student startups actually, one which had a novel cold storage technology that could lower food prices and reduce wastage. A device that safely repositions patients in hospital beds. It's actually a big problem. Smartphone technology that promises low-cost imaging and diagnosis in eye diseases. We had students take trips to Bolivia, Honduras, Nepal, China, India, Madagascar, and many other places around the world, where you work together with local partners to do many beneficial things, including constructing a bridge, improve a gray water treatment system, deploy Duke design technology to detect earthquake, pressure waves, measure regional air and water quality. We've also won, and you have, many national honors for our student groups. To name just a few, our Blue Devils ocean engineering team and its autonomous underwater drone advanced to the X Prize finals in Europe, and our Duke Electric Vehicles team took home 2 first-place trophies and an award for technological innovation from the Shell Eco Marathon in California. Amazing. This is This is just a small sampling of the many amazing things our students did this year. And amidst all this, you found the energy to complete double majors, certificates, Pratt Research Fellowships, Grand Challenge Scholarships, and do lots of community outreach. And you made time to tent for the UNC game, enjoy e-socials, dance at the e-ball, and enjoy the e-picnic with your fellow engineers. All these things have one thing in common. To me, the experiences you've had here, and indeed the experiences of our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends who make up our community, empower us, if we so choose, to have what I think of and what we're calling in Pratt Engineering, outrageous ambition. Outrageous ambition coupled with quiet determination, fueled by confidence and purpose. To me, this is what it means to be a Duke engineer. The world needs outrageous ambition to cure cancer, to start the next Google, to have the courage to help a community that needs help even when nobody's watching. It needs individuals and teams who are unafraid, as Tim Cook told us this morning, to make the world better. And we don't want to wait for others or somebody else to do the work for us, and I trust no one other than you to invent a new way. So, my fellow Duke engineers, in undergraduate and graduate education, in research, in entrepreneurship, and in service, let's commit to believing and knowing that we are outrageously ambitious. Outrageously ambitious not because we seek glory, but because we care about the world we live in. You are Duke graduates. You already have bragging rights so for the rest of your life. So this is really so that we can make the world a better place. You actually sit at an amazing place today where the past and the present meet and looking forward into the future. This morning, we heard many things about how the world needs a change and is waiting for your leadership. I'll take the next few moments to talk about a world that's equally important and the world within. And I ask and implore you to reflect 1 second at this moment this special moment to think about, you know you're a great engineer. The question is, how can I be great at life? A friend of mine, a graduate of a couple of Ivy League schools in the Northeast, found himself with a fantastic job at a very leading multinational company, but at 29, he was divorced and extraordinarily unhappy. So he embarked on a research study for 2 years to write a book to figure out how you can be successful and at the same time be happy. So he came to actually an interesting conclusion on the basis of his study. He found that amongst the people he interviewed, that those that really were successful and were really happy and contented had sort of a magic formula that they lived in. And you're engineers, and I'll draw a Venn diagram for you. So one was, you have to find something that you're really passionate about and care about, right? And the second thing is, you have to have some aptitude for that thing, right? So I love basketball, and I do, but I'm not so good at it. So I shouldn't try to be a basketball player. So the idea is you find something you're passionate about, you find something that you're reasonably good at. But there's a third ingredient that he found was the most important ingredient. And the third ingredient was, it has to hold some purpose and meaning to you. So this intersection of something you're passionate about, something you're reasonably good at, and something that you care about, if you operate at that intersection as much as possible, that he found was the magic ingredient for those who are successful and happy. And I share that with you so that you consider this frame, if you will, as you consider the many opportunities you will have. So you may have found some of this intersection in your experiences here already and seen a glimpse of that. You have conducted research in labs. You may have found it in the co-curricular or extracurricular projects you undertook in your student groups. Perhaps you found it in Duke Engage or Duke Engineers for International Development. Perhaps it came to you when you were working on a personal project in the Foundry. Or maybe you found it when you minored in econ or double majored in CS. Or if you haven't yet found it, I know it's waiting for you if you're paying attention, and you will discover it. As you walk through that door today into an uncertain time and world, please embrace this uncertainty. And this is my other piece of advice for you. The world has its uncertainty, but you have the skills, the training, the fortitude to take this on. Otherwise, you wouldn't choose to study engineering at Duke because you know it's a lot easier to do the other things in Trinity. So I know you've chosen challenge and you're used to this, and we're proud of you for that. And in the course of my travels as a relatively new dean of late, I've actually seen a little bit of your future because I've met a lot of the alums who walked in this very hall and gone before you. Some more recently and some in the 60s they've graduated. It is a big world and there are lots of problems, but when I speak to these alums, one thing they always reflect upon is they love their time on campus here. They feel deeply a part of the Duke community. And I know you felt this already being on campus here, and you join and you walk into this world, joining this community that is really, really strong. So in many ways, as you leave Duke Engineering today, you don't really leave it. You're always a part of Duke Engineering. We will always be rooting for your success. And this is just the first of many at this culmination of your work here that we'll be celebrating your success as we go forward. I look forward to your research in the future, your entrepreneurial activities, your leadership, and your being fearless, as Tim Cook said this morning, and outrageously ambitious, as I said, because the world that we need to co-create is worlding for you. And the world inside us, that's as lifelong learners, also is waiting to be created and continues to be created. So congratulations, class of 2018. Go Duke, and we look forward to a wonderful ceremony ahead. So. It's my pleasure to welcome and introduce the ESG Senior Class President, Jason Ng.
Thank you, Dean Bellamconda. Good afternoon, family, friends, and fellow soon-to-be Pratt alums. This is it. We are here. You are just one incredibly meaningful and engaging speech away from receiving the diplomas you've worked so hard for. Now, rather than talk about myself for the next 7 minutes, I wanted this speech to reflect our class. So in the most Pratt way possible, I created a survey and ran some data analysis. In this survey, I asked classmates to share stories about their Pratt experience. Now, with a sample size of n equals 37 and a population size of m equals 285, I cannot guarantee that these are the most comprehensive results, but I was able to identify 4 common themes. So I hereby report to you the results of this very formal study, Lessons from the Duke Engineer, Class of 2018 edition. Lesson number 1, remember the big picture. Whether it was the beautiful campus, the intimate size, or the myriad opportunities, we all chose Pratt for different reasons. But when getting at why we decided to study engineering, to put ourselves through these 4 years, 4 brutal years, mind you, it became much clearer how we got to where we are. Alex came to Pratt because he wanted to prepare himself, and I quote, to solve the problems that we as a society face. Noah wanted to positively impact the lives of others, to be challenged to think, design, and create. But perhaps Harvey said it best. I like to build things. Now, when we go out into the world and build things, I just want us all to remember why we build. Because you see, engineering is not about creating things, it's about creating possibilities. Whatever we design, prototype, analyze, or calculate, there are people at the end of what we do. If you draft a pair of scissors for Fiskars, Sarah, you're not just designing a pair of scissors, you're unleashing a child's creativity. If you optimize an engine for Boeing, you're not just working on a really cool piece of technology, you're enabling a soldier to fly home and visit his family. If you manage construction projects, you're not just erecting columns and beams, you're creating the frameworks for our daily lives, places that will hold countless memories, places like Duke. Remember the big picture, because engineering is about the picture inside the frames that we build. Lesson number 2, find your place. We all have that special place on campus where we feel at home. 21% of us find the gardens a stress-free oasis of beauty. 10% of us favor the desks on third-floor CMOS. Among the more unique responses included the wind tunnel, the roof of the smart home, and the Twinnies nook where no one can see Olivia watch trashy reality TV instead of doing work. As a civil engineer and aspiring urbanist, I'm extremely fascinated by our built environments and by the profound power of place. But finding our place can be difficult. As some of you may know, I have had a pretty tumultuous academic path through Duke, bouncing from biomedical to environmental engineering. I was even on track to double major, but before ultimately I took a step back and tried to listen to my instincts, my passion for the built environment. At the beginning of junior year, I found my place in the civil engineering department and in our beloved computer lab in Hudson. It's amazing that despite coming from hundreds of different places, all 300 of our paths have intersected at this very point in time and space. Just think about that. As our paths scatter again across the world, have faith that you will find your place. But to do so, you will have to follow your own authentic path, not the path to money or prestige, because it is when you follow your own path that you do your best work. You will find your place. You will find your home. Lesson number 3, don't take yourself too seriously. As Jocelyn shared, people here work incredibly hard to achieve seemingly impossible dreams. And while we should continue to work hard, we should also learn to laugh at ourselves every once in a while. So I asked my peers to send in some mean tweets, and without further ado, I present to you the very first roast of the Pratt School of Engineering, written by Pratt students themselves. It's easier to get a Duke UNC basketball ticket than it is to go to eVol. That one was pretty mild. Another classmate got creative and sent a haiku she calls class change. Twinnie's line is long, Pratt stars working in CMOS. Look, another tour. Pratt, the school that advertises CMOS during tours and delivers the basement of Hudson. Oh, and it's starting to get good, okay. Dr. G says, this is not a weed out course, as dozens of students proceed to drop out because of that course. I didn't know physics and calculus were prereqs to doing PowerPoint for McKinsey. Hashtag Pratt School of Pre-Consulting. And to wrap it up, let's be real, I was just in it for the e-picnic t-shirts. Your roast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Apologies to the administrators who found some of those comments less than savory. Now, moving on to the last lesson today, lesson number 4. Support and be supported. So I used an online text analyzer to filter the most commonly used words and phrases from the survey responses. Among the top results for 3-word phrases, we had basement of tier, that pre-lab, and Matt Brown is. In fact, in response to the question, whom do you admire most in Pratt, 22% of responses were about Matt Brown. But most interestingly enough, the one phrase that beat the rest was willing to help. By far, the most common theme that emerged was this idea of mutual struggle producing the strongest bonds. Whether it was combating mental health challenges or simply finishing that problem set, we've risen to where we are today because of the people we've met here in Pratt. So take time to thank those who have supported you, whether they are friends who brought you coffee, professors who let you have that extension, or administrators who helped you finesse that room 2 days before your big club event. I'm talking about you, Lauren Stolges. Also, a final shout out to all the mothers and grandmothers here and wish them a happy Mother's Day, please. Love you, Mom. Support and be supported. I'll close by sharing the highest frequency words seniors use to describe their Pratt peers and mentors. And let me warn you, I cried a little while viewing the results. Fun, smart, cool, caring, passionate, generous, courageous, inspiring, fearless, authentic, and of course, soldering. Pratt Class of 2018, you are all of these things and more, and I am so grateful that I had the ability to spend the past 4 years with y'all. Now, as we move forward, let us remember these 4 things. Think big picture, find your place, laugh at yourself, and support each other. This concludes my research, so can I graduate with distinction now? But in all seriousness, thank you very much, congratulations, and I wish us all the best.
Thank you, Jason. I've had the pleasure of meeting Jason several times. He's always smiling, even when he's roasting me. Before we start the presentation of diplomas, our Pratt faculty will present the distinguished awards that are noted in the program. We ask that graduates listed in the program for the various departmental awards, please proceed to the stage before your names are called so we can help speed up the process. I have the honor of presenting the first award. The Walter J. Seeley Scholastic Award is presented annually by the engineering student government to the members of the graduating class of the school who have achieved the highest scholastic average in all subjects, who have shown diligence in the pursuit of an engineering education. The award was initiated to honor the spirit of academic excellence and professional diligence demonstrated by late Dean Walter J. Seeley. The ESG hopes that this award will serve as a symbol of the man and the ideals for which he stood. This year's recipients are Joseph Lillian, Harvey Sher, Ryan Sampier, and Rachel Yang. Sorry, I have to be here.
The Otto Meyer Jr. Tau Beta Pi Award is presented in recognition of Dr. Meyer's leadership in establishing the North Carolina Gamma chapter on January 10, 1948, and his continuous service until April 19, 1975 as chapter advisor. This award is given annually to the graduating Tau Beta Pi member or members who symbolize best the distinguished scholarship and exemplary character required for membership. This year, the awards go to Brian Kwang Koi Chan and Henry Paquin Yuan.
The Pratt School of Engineering Student Service Award, established in 1978, is given to the graduating seniors who, by contributions of time, effort, and spirit, have significantly benefited the community of the School of Engineering. I am so pleased this afternoon to present this year's Student Service Award to Edwin Bodge and Jason Ng.
The Da Vinci Award is presented to the biomedical engineering senior or seniors with the most outstanding academic record as determined by a faculty committee. The award commemorates the contribution of Leonardo da Vinci in laying the foundations of the mechanistic study of human life. The recipients this year are Harvey Idrong Shi and Rachel S. Yang. The Helmholtz Award is given to graduating seniors who present the best research projects as judged by the departmental faculty in biomedical engineering. The award commemorates the work of Hermann von Helmholtz in laying the foundation of biomedical engineering, and the recipients this year are Sydney Elizabeth Jeffs and Vincent Nivan Miao. The Edward D. Ned Light Memorial Award is given to the Pratt Fellow in BME for the project with the best engineering design as judged by a faculty committee. It was established in 2012 in memory of Ned Light, who worked for 22 years at Duke, pioneering research in real-time 3D ultrasound imaging and mentoring a host of undergraduate students both in the lab and in life skills. The recipient of the Ned Light Award this year is Harvey Idrong Shi. Again. And finally, for BME, the Theo C. Pilkington Memorial Award was established in 1993 by the Whitaker Foundation as an endowment award in memory of Dr. Theo C. Pilkington, founding chairman of the Department of Biomedical Engineering at Duke. The recipient is selected at the end of the junior year, and the award is given in recognition of outstanding perseverance and accomplishment in the study of biomedical engineering. And the recipient this year is Anthony Nicola Schneider.
The ASCE Outstanding Senior Prize is presented annually by the North Carolina section of ASCE to a graduating civil or environmental engineering senior in recognition of an exceptional, positive impact on the student chapter of ASCE and scholastic record. This year's recipient is Christopher Northrop. The William Brewster Snow Environmental Engineering Award, established in 1979, is presented annually to the senior who has demonstrated academic excellence, interest, and enthusiasm in the study of environmental engineering. This year's recipient is Karen Saunders. The Aubrey Palmer Award, established in 1980, is presented annually to a civil or environmental engineering senior or seniors in recognition of outstanding academic achievement. Selection is made by the faculty of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. This year's recipients are Michelle Maffa and Karen Saunders. The Eric Poss Award, established in 1998 in memory of Dr. Eric Poss, former undergraduate's studies in civil and environmental engineering, is presented to the graduating civil or environmental engineering senior or seniors judged by the faculty to have conducted the most outstanding independent study project. This year's recipients are Michelle Maffa and Delaney Thompson.
The David Randall Fuller Prize for Achievement in Electrical and Computer Engineering is presented annually to the graduating senior who has shown the most improvement in academic performance over the first 3 years. This year's recipient is David B. The George Sherrod III Memorial Award in Electrical and Computer Engineering is awarded annually to the senior or seniors in electrical and computer engineering who, in the opinion of the electrical and computer engineering faculty, have attained the highest level of scholastic achievement in all subjects and simultaneously have rendered significant service to the School of Engineering and the university at large. The award was established in 1958 by the parents of George Sherrod III, a graduate of the class of 1955, to recognize outstanding undergraduate scholarship. This year's recipients are Jahane Batahi and Edwin Bodge. The Charles Ernest Seeger Memorial Award recognizes the most outstanding undergraduate research project and presentation as judged by the faculty in electrical and computer engineering as part of the Graduation with Distinction presentation session. The award was established in 1958 by the widow and friends of Charles Ernest Seeger, a graduate of the class of 1955. This year's recipients are James Doherty and Aditya Srinivasan. The Charles Rowe Vail Memorial Outstanding Undergraduate Teaching Award, established in 1997 by former students and colleagues of Charles Vail, a graduate of the class of 1937, professor from 1939 until 1967, and chair of the Department of Electrical Engineering from 1956 until 1964, recognizes the most outstanding undergraduate teaching assistant in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. This year's recipient is Michael Koreshev.
The Pi Tau Sigma Scholarship Award in memory of T.C. Hayward Sr. is presented annually by Pi Tau Sigma to the outstanding senior in mechanical engineering at Duke University. Selection is based on academic excellence, engineering ability, and leadership, and is chosen by a committee of the engineering faculty. This year's recipient is Noah U. Killis. The Mechanical Engineering and Material Science Faculty Award is presented annually in recognition of academic excellence to the graduating mechanical engineering seniors who have attained the highest level of scholastic achievement as determined by the faculty. This year's recipients are Ryan Spencer Cox and Tara Yo Davis.
Okay, now for graduation with departmental distinction. Graduation with distinction is awarded to the students who, in the opinion of their departments and of special committees of the faculty, have demonstrated exceptional achievement in the areas of their special interest by conducting independent research and/or study, culminating in a distinguished piece of writing. We'll start with biomedical engineering, and for all of these, may I ask that the recipients stand in place as I read your names. So, Gabriel Jakub Antoniak, Danielle Giverny Dawes, Arjun Desai, Ryan Sean Gallagher, Sydney Elizabeth Jeffs, Alim Lada, Jihong Lee, Edward DeLong Liang, Vincent Navon Miao, Kevin Jacob Muchnick, Pablo Ortiz Escobar, Morgan Jill Ringel, Andrea Helen Rossman, Anna Ruta, Harvey Idrong Shu, Joseph James Theoril, Brandon Junsun Theo, Emelina Provo-Vinot, Christine Wong, Yuxiao Wei, Karen Ling Xu, Rachel S. Yang, and Ziyi Zhang. Congratulations.
Graduation with departmental distinction is an honor earned by civil and environmental engineering students who have attained a high level of academic achievement, conducted an independent study project, been assessed by a faculty committee to have written a publication quality research paper, and professionally presented their work before an audience of faculty and peers. I ask that these distinguished civil and environmental engineering graduates stand as I call their name to be recognized. Michelle Moffa, Karen Saunders, Delaney Thompson. Congratulations.
Graduation with distinction in electrical and computer engineering is awarded to students who have achieved outstanding academic performance and have completed a faculty-supervised independent research project in their senior year. The significance of this project has been demonstrated in a formal written report and defended in an oral presentation before a committee of faculty members. I would ask that the recipients please stand when I say your name. Jahan Batahi, James Doherty, Aditya Srinivasan, Henry Ewan, and Lucy Zhang. Congratulations.
Students receiving graduation with departmental distinction in mechanical engineering performed high-level research under faculty supervision, maintained a high grade point average, wrote a quality paper, and gave an oral presentation to a faculty committee. I'll ask you to stand and remain standing as I call your name. Andrew Jin Soo Bun, Aaron Camille Cleveland, Ryan Spencer Cox, Catherine May Farmer, Lisa Ishigami He, Stephen Kyle Jacobson, Sean Thomas Kelly, Stuart McCrae Montgomery, Simon Omholt Jensen, Maya Sonal Botel, S. James Root, Noah Eukilis. Congratulations.
Now I'd like to recognize two extraordinary programs that have changed the face of the undergraduate education at Pratt. These two programs have become our trademark programs. Let me first introduce the students who were selected as first semester juniors to participate in the most intense and rigorous research programs at any of the top universities in the country, our Pratt Research Fellows. Pratt Fellows, please stand. These students have performed nearly 2 years of research in their chosen project under the guidance of a faculty advisor at Pratt during both the academic year and the summer. Pratt Fellows have produced outstanding research accomplishment, numerous publications, presentations at national conferences, and even patents. They have won many renowned scholarships and fellowships and have accepted prestigious positions at graduate schools and medical schools and MD, PhD programs and in industry. So please applaud these students one more time. Thank you. Second, I have the privilege of presenting to you a landmark program endorsed by the National Academy of Engineering and designed to prepare students to be a generation that solves grand challenges facing our society in this century. I would like to now present the graduating class of the Katsulias NAE Grand Challenge Scholars. As I call your name, will each student please stand and remain standing? Jihani Betahi, Samuel Kelly, Michelle Moffa, Karen Saunders, Yujia Wei, and Nicole Willis. These NAE Grand Challenge Scholars have taken part in a multi-component program that includes research, practical experience, a multidisciplinary curriculum, and participation in entrepreneurship, a global dimension, and a service component, all focused on one of the 14 grand challenges identified by the National Academy of Engineering. They have each earned the designation as an NAE Grand Challenge Scholar on their official Duke transcript. In addition, each student will receive a letter of congratulations personally signed by Dr. Dan Mort, the President of the National Academy of Engineering. Congratulations to our NAE Grand Challenge Scholars.
Okay, the moment you've been waiting for, your diplomas. But first I have a short announcement and an acknowledgement. The announcement is if you completed the senior exit survey and you did not pick up your glass, we have glasses after the ceremony, and in the back you can see Lauren. The acknowledgement is, I'm not sure Lisa He really got due, her due this morning singing the national anthem and the Duke alma mater. So Lisa is our graduate, so we should give her a hand for singing this morning. Thank you. Okay, now I'm ready to call the names as soon as you're lined up. And you'll walk across the stage and shake the dean's hand and receive your diploma and exit stage right, I suppose that is. All right, Paul Cruz. Taylor Ann Conrath. Hunter Hee Byung Lee. Aditha Raghunathan. Ian Tay. Brandon June Sun Theo. Jasiel Trujillo. Alec Joseph Einstein. Na Adorkor Alote. Gabriel Yakub Antoniak. Diana Mayela Argio Mendoza. Jacqueline Arriaga. Serge Assad. Eitan Leo August. Jihan Batahi. David Kevin B. Ashley Marie Blauis. Edwin Taylor Bodge. David Roberto Brenes Rodriguez. Dakota Leland Brinkman. Sarah Myrtle Brown. Bronson Philip Bruno. Dara Elizabeth Bugay. Chung Sun Bui. Shelby Marissa Barrent. Stephen J. Burkett. Martha Lynn Burkett. Andrew Jinsu Byun. Byun. Brian Kwang Kai Chan. Austin Tai-Yu Chang. Jonathan Jinglong Chu. Matthew Rance Cleveland. Aaron Camille Cleveland. Joseph Alexander Cobb. Patrick Edward Charles Combe. Daniel Paul Connolly. Ryan Coleman Connolly. Jocelyn Hope Corey. Henrik Ofdal Cox. Ryan Spencer Cox. Chad Hagler Curd. Jessica Taylor Daniels. Lanre Danmola. Madison Paige Danoff. Tara Yo Davis. Danielle Giverny Dawes. Olivia Rose Dychair. Nicholas Gregory DeMarco. Aria Denise. Anita Desai. Arjun Desai. Narongsak Army Tanjaishan. Carolina Anna Distasi. James Lewis Doherty. Sean Brendan Doherty. Joshua Morimitsu Draba. Ivana Dumanyan. Kimberly Nicole Edelman. Hannah Caroline Elbach. Ziad El Arab. Ashley Marie Erickson. Adarsh Reddy Eddie Reddy. Virginia Mew Farley. Catherine May Farmer. Paulo Tarso Flecha de Lima Nito. Colin Scott Fowler. Samuel Taylor Fox. Theodore Tyke Franceschi. Melissa Elaine French. Joshua Alexander Firth. Mohab Gabal. Peter Galindez III. Ryan Sean Gallagher. Jonathan Gans. Jonathan Ryan Gillespie. Marissa Lenore Glidewell. Gina Gomez. Juan Pablo Gonzalez. Maxine Gorelik. Patrick Lynn Grady. John Geary Gregory III. Ian Light Grimes. Harry Guo. Anne Marie Guzzi. Fami Harradin. Alexis Lorraine Harrell. Stephanie Elizabeth Hatz. Lisa Ishigame He. Allison Grace Heredia. Timothy Michael Hare. Nope. Marco Aime Hosfeld. Addison Rickman Howenstein. Leo Chenli Hu. Fred Chenshawn Huang. Selena Huang. Ismail Iberkak. Melody Ike Chukwu Iro. Sarah Marie Jacobs. Stephen Kyle Jacobson. Nikhil Kumar Jain. Sydney Elizabeth Jeffs. Nicholas Michael Geralds. Dylan Maharo Kaiser. Han Sung Kang. Sarah Hannah Kazbakar. Joel Lawrence Kelly. Samuel James Kelly. Sean Thomas Kelly. Brian Gerard Cohane. Adam Richard Kirshner. Michael Kim. Minchul Mitchell Kim. Craig Harry Kinney. Philemon Kiprop Kipto. Austin Joseph Cotis. Kevin Kuo. Neil Kurupasari. Michael Yurevich Kurashev. Alim Lada. Christina Bridget Lai. Thomas Lai. Rick Ponywood Lau Prasert. Emma Laporte. David Glenn Laub. Benjamin Tucker Wu-Jae Lee. Kai Min Lee. Ji-Hong Lee. Scott Lee. Samantha Leibowitz. Matthew Edward Levy. Drew Michael Levy. May Madeline Lewis. Anne Lee. Samuel Yi-Yu Lee. Su Zo Lee. Edward DeLong Liang. Noah David Liebman. Joseph Robert Lillian. Chin Jia Lim. Wesley Lim. Chinyu Lin. Dennis Ling. Andrew Yechen Liu. Benjamin Qian Liu. Jack Thomas Livingston. Nicholas Scott Lockett. Brianna Kate Loomis. Christopher Jarong Liu. Jenny Yu Luo. Justin Zhen Liu. Dhruv Luthra. Christopher Glenn McGibbon. Nigel Malaba. Aninda Manocha. Matthew David Marlowe. Solomon Nee Marty. Harold Douglas Martin III. Lucia Martos Jimenez. Caitlin Marie McCracken. Alexander Mellis. Vincent Nevin Meow. Emma Victoria Fetter Miles. Brenna Nicole Milligan. Michelle Ann Maffa. Christopher Stewart Malthrop. Alexander Douglas Montgomery. Stuart McCrae Montgomery. Guhan Muru Ganandam. Stephanie Michelle Musinski. Kevin Jacob Muchnick. Aishwara Nag. Annika Saroj Nangiya. Jason Mick Ing. Charles Michael Niebank. Christopher Joseph Northrup. Daniel O. Simon Omholt Jensen. Krista Lee Opsalong. Gabriela Stephanie Ordonez. Pablo Ortiz Escobar. Charles Thatcher Owen. Samir Pandare. Maya Sonal Patel. Parth Jayesh Patel. John Parker Pearson. Jordan Pisant. Jim Dennis Polat. Engin Polat. Ibrahim Jem Polat. Gauri Prasad. Morgan Jill Ringel. Cooper Julia Lee Ross. Andrea Helen Rossman. Adam Patrick Russell. Anna Ruta. Lisa Sapaznikov. Nope. Karen Elizabeth Saunders. Anthony Nicola Schneider. Megan Crescend Schonberg. Kayla Marie Schultz. Steve Siegel. Patek Sener. Nisarg Mitesh Kumar Shah. Varun Jagannathan Shankar. Connor Robert Shanahan. Emily Grace Shannon. Pratiksha Sharma. Gregory Timlin Shea. Alex Shu. Harvey Idrong She. Tianheng She. Alexis Christina Schindhelm. Alice Ellen Silberstein. John Joseph Simon. Alex Lawrence Bocog Simmons. John Michael Simmons. Joshua Mark Smith. Eric Shiyu Song. Laura Sanmez. Celine Chen Spatz. Aditya Srinivasan. Ryan Anthony St. Pierre. Jake Steinberg. William Ashworth Stewart. Don Soon. David Matthew Talpalar. Peter Tan. Eric Ming Tang. Mason Charles Taylor. Joel Scott Tewksbury. Joseph James Theriel. Cleveland Thompson V. Delaney Colleen Thompson. Vincent Paul Thompson. Gahua Tong. Connor Mark Traugot. Alexander Singh. Kyle Edward Tubman. Jillian Alexa Udell. Nikhil Marcel Vanderklau. Nikhila Vasudevan. Cole Robert Verdikoff. Emelina Prevost Viano. Amy Jacqueline Vitha. Christine Wong. Qian Li Wong. Darcy Watts. Wu Xiao Michelle Wei. Elijah McLean Weinreb. David Glenn Whaley. Nicole Elizabeth Willis. Catherine Elizabeth Wood. Daniel Wu. Matthew Lee Wu. Tiffany Tin Yun Wu. Edward Lisk Wyckoff III. Jackie Shao. Karen Ling Shu. Anthony Shu. David Yang. Rachel S. Yang. Elizabeth Ann Yonko. Noah Eucalis. Peter L.Z. Young. Han Yu. Alexander Zaldestani. David Benjamin Zarge. Jia Zhang. Mingxuan Jia. Lucy Zhang. Ray Zhang. Vincent Wang Zhang. Ziyi Zhang. Brian Li Huang Zhou. Christine Zhou. George Hunter Bernard. David Walker Icho. Emre Omer Eskin. Seth Goodman. Alexander Browse Guevara. Keith Highland. Noah Quinn Johnson. Thomas Kenneth Monson. That concludes the diploma ceremony.
So please join me in congratulating the class of 2018. Congratulations.
All right, class of 2018, you can process out that way through the front of Cameron, and the parents and friends can all meet you out there. If you want to pick up your glass, they're going to be over in the back corner that way.